In space, no one can hear you bang. Hello, fellow film lovers and moviegoers. I'm the Red Hat Reviewer, and today I'm going to be talking about Passengers, starring Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, and directed by Morten Tyldum. Yeah, that's right. I looked up how to pronounce the director's name this time. Alright, first thing I gotta say, why is everyone throwing shade at this movie? Why is everyone so disappointed with Passengers? I realize it's not a great movie, it's probably not even gonna get nominated for any Oscars, but I had a great time with Passengers. Sure, maybe I have a crush on Jennifer Lawrence, but so do you. Sure, maybe I also have a crush on Chris Pratt, but so do you. You hypocrites, you Pharisees, you hypocritic Pharisees. I need to calm down. I need to be objective. I need to provide evidence about why I like this film. First off, the leads. Of course, Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt are the ones carrying this movie, and it's fantastic. It works exactly like you'd think it would on paper. They have great chemistry. They're both really funny, likable people. No brainer. Secondly, the world building in this movie is actually quite magnificent. From the opening frame when the ship is out in space in the middle of nowhere, we get to see how it works and how it's really an organism of its own. It's alive. It's got systems to protect the ship from debris and radiation, and it's got backup system, and it's got redundancies, and it's got a mechanism that keeps everything in check, and it's alive. As we know from the plot, when Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt wake up early, that's when the story gets started. And very quickly things are explained. The ship explains everything, and yet it never feels forced. It feels very organic. So the crew and the passengers of this ship, called the Avalon, are on a 120-year journey to a new Earth-like colony. But it's not NASA funding this mission. It's a company. It's a business. And this ship, once you start living in it, you realize, yeah, a company built this ship. Basically, they thought of everything. You have a question, they have these options. Do you want to speak to this person? Do you want to do this thing? Do you want to go to this wing of the ship? Also, another thing I liked, Thomas Newman scored this film. It feels very spacey. There's a lot of twinkly sounds, a lot of cymbal-sounding kind of sounds, xylophone sort of stuff. It's spacey. Going to the plot, there's 3 very distinct acts. Of course, a movie always has 3 acts, but each one is very distinct. First one, Chris Pratt is alone. Has nothing to do, he starts playing by himself, and he starts having fun at first, and then suddenly the isolation, after a year, starts to get to him. Second act, Jennifer Lawrence is awake. The love story begins. Third act is when we get into this thriller-esque sort of story where the ship starts breaking down and things start breaking, and Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence have to run against the clock to save the crew, save themselves, fix the ship before everyone dies. And that's one thing I really was glad that this movie did. There are not enough love stories that challenge the romance. The movies are always all about them falling in love, and at the end of the movie, they fall in love. Rather, in the middle of the movie, they fall in love, and then their love is challenged, and at the end we find out, well, do they stay in love, or do they separate? I will tell you, one thing that kind of got on my nerves was the obvious product placement. All the earphones, Sony. Who made this movie? Sony. Maybe, possibly that's another reason why this movie just kind of has this stench of mediocrity. It's not a great movie. It's not even a good movie, but what it is it's good business. This movie checks all the boxes for good business. It's got 2 big leading stars. We also have a plot that's got a high concept. We're traveling in space, but we woke up early and we're going to be stuck on this ship for 90 years and we're going to die of old age before we get to our destination. It's also got that perfect runtime of just under 2 hours. Just under 2 hours maximizes the amount of screenings and runtimes you can fit within a day, which means more money. So yes, maybe it's entirely possible that they pulled the wool over my eyes. They tricked me, waved their fingers and said, here's the things you like about the movie, and I got hypnotized and went, these are the things I like about the movie. Yes, maybe they got me. Maybe they got me. Or maybe you're all just a bunch of spoiled brats. I mean, maybe you're thinking it's Oscar season and you're expecting, oh, only Oscar caliber movies can come out in December. What? How dare a good movie, a decent movie, a well put together movie come out in December? You're all spoiled children and you should be I owe you an apology. Okay, film is subjective. You can like what you like, you can hate what you hate. fine. Overall, this movie tickled my fancy for everything I like in good movies. It's got 2 leading cast members that I really enjoy. It's got good world building. It's got a score that I enjoy. It's got a plot that's sorta new. I mean, it's sci-fi. I can't help it. I've said it before. I like sci-fi. Needless to say, for that reason, I'm gonna give Passengers 4 out of 6 thumbs up. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like this review, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, make sure to subscribe down below. You can also follow me on Twitter at JordanDQAd, and make sure to tip your hat to good movies. Ba, ba, ba.